Oh, action.
Do I need a microphone?
Oh, yeah. Here, use this. Hold on, listen, Victoria is not here today because Okie Bug is sick, and she is our sound person, so she's in charge of the microphone, and she's not here, so Dr. K's bringing the microphone. We're just a little discombobulated. So,
because we're missing
Wisdom Wednesday, as promised. Listen, if you have questions, if you have comments, drop them in the comment section. Miss Joanne is watching for questions and comments. So at any time you want to chime in, drop it in there. She'll ask us the question, we'll answer it, and we'll move on. So,
welcome to
Wisdom Wednesday.
Okay, here we go. So we are talking about, we're doing myth-busting faith talk today. And first question is, Jessica, when you hear someone say relapse means failure, what thoughts does that prompt to you?
If someone were to say to me, relapse means failure, I mean, really on a base level, it would make me think about, like, how many times in your life have you failed at other things? I don't know a lot of people who, the first time they ever took a step, they knew how to walk, or they knew how to run. Like, it's a process, you have to learn it. Riding a bike, driving a car, walking, for some people. Like, I'm still not great at walking.
It's true.
But it doesn't mean failure. The only time you fail is when you stop trying. And so, it's just like they say in the rooms when you go to meetings, they say, you know, give yourself a break. We didn't get where we are overnight when we're in our addiction, and we're not going to just like learn how to live in recovery perfect right off the rip. So, be easy on yourself. And if anybody's telling you that you're failing because you've had a couple of relapses, bad decisions, bad judgment, whatever, then I would reevaluate who I'm letting speak into my life.
And I would say, would you agree that relapse, the only time relapse is a failure is if you choose to not get back up and try again?
Yeah, I fully agree with that. It's only a failure if you stay there, you know. Other than that, it's an experience, and you learn from it, and you move on, and you learn, you know what, I can't do that anymore. You know, you learn what you can't do. It's not a failure.
Good job. So, if you had enough faith, you wouldn't struggle staying sober. How true is that?
Oh, if you had enough faith, you wouldn't struggle paying your bills. That's ridiculous. You know, that's just a crazy thing to say to somebody. Jesus does not look at us that way. And I learned one time in my small group that we're all given a measure of faith. God gives us a certain measure of faith, and we have to use that in order to have more faith. So I think the only time you don't have enough faith is if you're not using the faith that you have. But everybody struggles. Everybody struggles with different things. So people in addiction struggle with life issues. People who are bad with money struggle with their budget. People who are bad with food struggle with their weight. It's not a faith issue. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And a friend of mine, Skylar, we talked last night and shared some time together, and he had a really great point in talking about falling or failing. We all fall. And so for those of us who know the Lord, we have a Father that cares. And the difference in falling on your own or falling when you know the Lord is like the parent and a child. It's like if you have a toddler and you're holding their hand, you know that they're going to still fall. But if they fall holding your hand, then they don't fall quite as hard as they fall without that. And so as long as you walk holding the Father's hand, you may fall, you may stumble and fall, but if your hand is in His, then your fall fall is not quite as hard. Last question, or last phrase. Strong Christians don't need help. How do you feel about that?
Okay. Strong Christians don't need help. That's like saying that you're, I don't want to say morally, but you never arrive in your walk with God. You never get to a place in your walk with God that you don't need Him. And so I would very much challenge that mentality. And if someone said that to me, I would probably, I would really try to do like a heart check with them and like maybe talk to them and pray with them and see where are you at with God that you have that mentality. Because to me, if you feel like you don't need help, then that's like saying that you don't need God. And I feel like if you know God, you know that you need God all the time. So that's kind of a wild mentality, I think.
And we won't talk about it today, but I think we hear that often with some people feel like that with faith, you don't need medical assistance. With faith, you don't need any type of medically assisted treatment to overcome recovery. And I'm not saying it's a one-size-fits-all, but what are your thoughts on that?
I think that would, it's not rational thinking to me. That's like saying, with enough faith, my type 1 diabetes will go away and I won't need insulin. Like you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't tie a noose around your neck and kick a chair out from underneath you and say, I really believe that I'm not gonna die. It doesn't make sense. It's just not.
Well, and for me, it's like, I have a prescription for glasses. Yeah. And I'm not going to take those off and try to drive home
Please
and
don't.
not kill you or me. It's just not going to do it. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. Yeah. And I just want to end with that last phrase makes me think of, strong Christians don't need help. Well, strong Christians are still people. Yep. And our surrender to the Lord is our plea for help. We need help in all things. But it makes me think of Hebrews 10:24 through 25. It says, let us consider how we spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. When the old saying, when they say you feel like your get up has got up and gone, you need someone there who can lift you up. And so, we are created for community, and we need one another to journey this road to recovery, or road through recovery, or road in recovery. We need one another. We need community, and we would love to be here for you if you are somewhere along in your journey, in your recovery journey. If it's early, if you're trying to pursue recovery and you haven't yet made it there, or you're in your recovery and you don't have community, we want to be here for you for that. Yeah. If you will today, if you're joining us today, leave in the comments a heart. If you'll put a heart in the comments and let us know, that will let us know that you need our prayers. We would love to lift you up in prayer. And just as we told you last week, if you have any questions for any of us, whether it be Joanne or Jessica or Victoria or myself, just put the questions in the comment and make sure that you name the person who your question is for, and we will do our best to answer that for you. I hope you'll join us again next week for
Wisdom Wednesday. Talk about, let us know. We will do that. Cut.